which I had thought I sealed it enough, and then leaking out the other way and going down into that little pool. Well, that actually, I don't know where that came from. Looks like a little bit of gold dust in there. That's kind of, you're not going to see it, but that's kind of cool the way that happened. Almost wants to make me want to, once I straighten it out, try to get a little gold dust in there and make it look like a gold mine. So anyway, I got to do something with this over here now. So I got to mix more. I may mix it and then wait until it thickens up a little bit before I actually pour it in there. Because it doesn't, I mean, when it does harden, if you're not paying attention, it hardens. If this was a little softer right now, it would be great. Well, you know what I might be able to do? Wait a minute, I got an idea. Let me get some of this DAP. And I think I told you, I like the DAP clear over the, I don't even know what this is, the GE clear. One is, it seems to be a little clearer. Two is, no smell. I am going to see if I can mix a little color to this. But first, I have to get this thing open. So, I'm looking for my screw that I use. Well, seeing that I can't find it, I'll get another one. Oh, this is the one. Somehow it got thrown back in there. So it's one of those days, you don't know if it's going to rain or not. It's nice. Actually, it's not nice and warm, but it is warm. Alright, now there's that lump. Let me get rid of the lump. Got an argument with Home Depot today. Well, you can't say an argument, but a discussion. And we have a Home Depot account. We don't use it a lot. Well, I have used it a lot, but as a rule we don't use it a lot. You know, and then we pay it off over 6 to 8 months, sometimes a year depending, you know, because the interest and all that is deductible. So, got a billing. And last month we made our payment. I told her to pay it off, but sometimes she just doesn't work with other people's money. And our account always says to do that if you're earning more interest than what you're paying. So, she made a payment, and the bill came in today for this month. And it was more, the payment, the monthly payment, last month, when we put it in, our balance is more this month, even after the payment. So, basically, oh yeah, this is going to work. Basically, now how it normally works, if you were to make a minimum payment on anything, just so you guys kind of know, there are exceptions, but far and few between. But for the most part, if there's minimum payments, that minimum payment is supposed to be set so that your balance does go down. It doesn't have to go down by much, I mean pennies, but it's not so that it goes up. Minimum payment is supposed to cover the cost of the interest rate so that your bill doesn't go up, or the interest on that month or whatever. Well, when you pay something, hypothetically, you owe, we'll say, let me just round off numbers, $500. And let's just say the minimum payment is $75. So you send in 80. You know, you make a little over each one. Yeah, I think that's going to work just fine, guys. So, your next bill comes in, that was $500, that you just sent 80 and a minimum payment of 75, so you know it should be at least down $5. And when the bill comes in, you owe something like $450. You know you send in the 80. You follow me? You're not supposed to, your bill's not supposed to go up on minimum payment. That's all there is to it. Because in that case, you'll never pay it off. It'll continue to increase. So a $500 bill could end up costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars because you're never paying it down. Because it's always going up, even though you're making the so-called minimum payment. And that's what the Home Depot bill did. So naturally, I said, this isn't going to work. These people are idiots. So I guess I'm going to have to call them. And then you get people on the phone in that department that still has no idea what the hell they're talking about. They're just number people. They have no idea what's what. So again, I'm not going to be talking to a clerk, or somebody that stocks the shelves. But we finally got the point across. So.
Alright, this actually worked out pretty good, guys. Okay, I was able to fill that in a little bit. Now I'll let it dry. If it doesn't look right, you know what? The Dremel tool. But I think that's going to be okay. And it allows me to do more work on this if I want to, as long as I don't raise up any dust. Which I'm probably not going to be able to do. Because everything I do right now is going to bring up dust. We're all set with that. So I'll let that dry. This will probably dry enough. Before I go in, because it's really not gooped. Now that still needs a little work to make it look real, but we've come a long way. You see, I even got it so it's hanging a little bit, so if it does, when it is sitting straight, it looks like the water's starting to come over it, and that's what I'm looking for it to happen. Once that dries, then I can bring, or get in there and Dremel that out like I wanted to do. Well, maybe I don't have to. No, I might not have to Dremel it out. And then I can just bring this water down a little bit longer, because it's got to look like it's dripping into this so that it drips down to that. So that's where we're at. So we're going to leave that and that there. That. I might as well just leave this here because I can use that again. And that's kind of where we're at, guys. Now my other thing that I was playing with quickly yesterday, just to get it done to throw it in the van, was this. And everything seems to be sticking okay. Now, under weather conditions and heat, cold, you know, being in the van, yeah. If I stop it may loosen up a little bit, but for the most part, it looks like it may be okay. So, now the other thing, I don't want the heart. I want this one. The other thing I was going to say, and now I don't remember what the other thing was. I want to work on that wire cutter. Now, I got the first one where I was able to jack it up a little bit, you know, basically a little bit of a modification on the power, which made it hotter. I'm putting a little Mod Podge here, the one that's water resistant, dishwasher safe, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just putting it on the ends, see if it'll help hold, and seeing that it dries clear. not a big deal. But that brought to mind that now that I have a little piece over here that burnt out, well, it broke basically, but that was my fault. It wasn't getting hot enough for me, so I started to kind of push it through a little bit, which with the wire you can do that. You kind of like just saw back and forth. Well, because this was a hollow tube, the sawing of back and forth just bent it and broke it. I thought the butt connector would have helped it because that's all it was a short. But apparently the wire was broke inside. So I ended up with a piece that I can use if I want to start making or trying to make another one with more power. Now, the one that I bought, which is the one I have, came in with a power supply of 6 volts. And it came in the unit at a 9 watt, 6 volt, 9 watt. Low amperage and low voltage. If you have it too high, you got to worry about shit blowing up. Hold on a minute. That's not me, that's a telemarketer, so screw them. Like I say, if you jack it up too much, oh yeah, the mouth isn't working today. You got to kind of pay attention because you're creating a dead short. That's basically what it is. That's why the wire gets hot. And when you do these things with slow voltage and low voltage and low amperage, it's not a big deal. But once you start jacking it up, you know, there's only a point to where you can go with a short before it actually starts blowing crap. Now I found that the one that I have, by bringing it up to 12 volt at 2 amps, it was borderline. You know, I mean, it's working. It'll probably burn the wire out a little faster, which is to be expected, seeing that I got it running a little harder. But I'm thinking about making another one because I do have more here wire.
Priority 2, Guard Site Terrace, the memory care unit, first floor, 173 Alps Road, caution of Cahill Lane, Spice Bush Lane, map 1, for the fall, 92 mil, still on the ground.
Okay, anyway. The wire I have will take more power. However, the whole system around it has to be changed a little bit because I just can't put more power across it like a dead short without having some kind of a circuit in there to take care of any problems. Where in the low voltage, the circuit doesn't really make too much of a difference. You don't even need one. You know, when you're talking 6 volts, you know, and milliamps, and 9 watts, you're not talking a whole lot going on. So it's nothing to really worry about. But once I start jacking that up, you know, it's like having a 12 volt fuse in your car. You get a short against the power, a couple of wires, blows the fuse. You know, there's a point to where it's going to go. And you got to kind of get beyond or below that point to know where you're going with it. Now I know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if it's coming across to you that way or not. But So I'm going to try to get one a little bit more. If I can get one with a little bit more, I think that it'll cut a lot faster. Now, cutting faster, is that a big deal? Well, considering the slowness that you got to work on these things anyway, it's really not. But I'll clean the brush off on the back of this. Nobody's going to really see it. Then I'll rinse it off from here. But anyway, now that I totally confused myself as well, because again, I'm doing more than the mind can handle it now. You know,